Hello, I hope you're well. Welcome to another video. Lots to talk about. You're going to notice that I've got the sage burning here. I've just done a channeled video and I had some big guns in here. If you want to watch that video, it's on my Sarah and the Shadow Men channel. This is to talk about what happened there, why I've got the sage burning, and some other things that have been happening. I may have to remove it at some point here because it's going to choke me. But they wanted it moving because my guide wasn't very happy. I was channeling and I could just see him shaking his head and somebody, one of the others shaking their heads. And this interference basically was trying to come through. And because I thought he was shaking his head at me, but apparently no, he wasn't. It's there's a darkness. I had Archangel Michael come in and he picked it up straight away, obviously, and he just said there's darkness here, there's somebody around. And my guide has basically said that it's been following me for a while, doesn't like it, and it was trying to interfere. So but Archangel Michael picked up that it was out there, as in round you as well. Some of you, I think it's in general, around the light workers and around me, and somebody watching me, that it's not right. Something's not right there. So they're basically on to whoever's doing that. But they've been watching me for a while, apparently. So, which is interesting. And it's just a darkness that keeps trying to come in and find out what I'm doing, I'm being told. And because of the energy that's around me and the number of angelic forces that are around me as well. So they're on it. They've detected they're a little bit closer than they would like, which has made me a little bit nervous. So yeah, I'm just confirming that. It's a little bit scary. So I don't want to know. I've got to keep my humour, or, you know, the things that go on. That's all right with the TV there. Gosh. I just need to do it because too much. It's like Caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland. They always refer to me as Alice in Wonderland. The other thing they've been showing me is a lot of Dorothy, Kansas, that horrible witch who terrifies living daylights out of me. I don't care if I'm still frightened of her. Don't like her. But they've shown me, and they show the red hair that Judy Garland had, you know, with her dress on, and they're showing it to me now really, really vividly, as if I was there on the set, really strongly, vividly. But Dorothy is riding the broom through the tornado, so with Toto on the back. So I'm not sure what's happening there. But the witch is nasty. I can't even go and see this show Wicked. No. I think it's the green paint, because I used to be terrified of the Incredible Hulk. I've said this before, but I think it's the green paint. Anyway, I've got a few things to go through, so let's get started. But before we do, please like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe. Let's get this channel moving, because I have so much to tell you. It's unbelievable. And I really enjoy being able to ramble on this channel about my extraordinary, weird life. And I want to hear more about your extraordinary lives as well, because some of you have been really saying what's going on here. The shadows, the orb. Diane, thanks for picking up the orb. All that the rest of you been doing, you know, stuff where you can see everything, and oh my goodness, wonderful, really, yeah, interesting. Thanks for letting me know. If you would like to be part of the circle I'm trying to set up on Zoom, please contact me. All the links are in the description, because if you can see them, then you're meant to be part of my little group. I'm convinced of that. So that's going to be really interesting. I've got to get my contact lenses. I'm going to do the murder. Never mind, it's important. It's keeping whoever it is, the goblins, the way I'm being told. So yeah, that would be interesting. If you want angel coaching, psychic development coaching, personal readings, yeah, all of that stuff, healing, that works, all in the description below. And my books on Inky are going wild, especially one of them. So I'm going to put a little link to it as well. It's apparently it's now 96% binge rate on Inky. I'm really, really pleased. If you loved 50 Shades, you'll like this one better. So, and the final one, if you need help with English lessons for business, I'm your woman. Okay, links in the description. So let's get on with it. So in the channeled message, I had to channel Lord Shiva, Isis, Metatron, Archangel Michael. There wasn't anyone else, was there? Because sometimes it just comes in. I think I'm being gassed here. So yeah, I don't think I've forgotten anyone because I just give the information. And as I say, Archangel Michael picked up the darkness. He just said there's darkness here. Isis are talking about the 144,000, how they're here, how there's light, they're connected by light. And they showed me a lot of people with light, like going between them and connecting them to each other. They're here to help. It's a lot about helping the fallen and the trodden, to elevate them. Things are changing. There's a lot of darkness. It's stepping up a bit, this battle between light and dark. A lot about time as well. I did they showed me images this morning of oh, it's really odd, the plane again, the plane. Oh, thank you for that plane coming through. I'm obsessed with watching things on YouTube about aircraft as well. Now, I was a nerd alert, right? When I was little, I was obsessed with planes then, seeing them take off. It's hilarious. I haven't flown since 2007 because the last time was in the Masai Mara. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was coming back from, well, it was coming back from Kenya, from Nairobi, okay? Because we'd been on a, what do you call those things? Where you go and see the animals. When I'm channeling or giving information, everything goes out of my head. So we came back and that was it. I got ill and having fits. The last place I want to be as a nervous flyer is on an aircraft at 35,000 feet or 37,000 feet having a fit. No, thank you. So I've been on cruises. I've travelled loads, been on cruises. So I haven't flown. And I mean, one of the flights on that holiday was taken off from a field. Yes, taken off from a field where a guy on a little bike was making the giraffe move. He was going woo to make the move so the plane could take off. And the departure lounge was a little bench at the side. So I've done it all. But I'm obsessed again by crashes in particular, because that's all they've shown me for ages now. Okay, they told me this morning that I wasn't to fly. They don't want me flying at all. I've just heard ever. So I don't know what that's all about, but they don't want me flying. They know what goes on up there, they said. Are you referring to the UFOs? Correct. And more. They do believe that aircraft goes through time portals. Yeah, they're showing me Doctor Who's in the meantime. They show me images to confirm they going through time portals. But they keep showing me this plane that keeps landing. Then now I'm showing the plane in two capacities: one for World Channel messages and one for myself. And they've shown one coming out of the water like that. They're trying to get my writing career off again. They're trying to get me to write again. I think that's what that's all about. But I'm waiting to see what happens with all of this. It's doing fantastic on Inkit, the book, but I'm waiting. they're channeled messages and they want them out again, and the energy they have used to push me forward with that is unbelievable, because I didn't want to do it. I'd had so many bad things happen, but you know, it's working now so far. So that's the plan for that, coming out of the water, and sometimes it'll backflip and go in, and that's my mind. They will show you images that correspond, that you will understand as to what's happening with you, you know. And so I had that, but they've shown me that plane that was in my dream, and it was in the grass again. Something is moving, something's taking off again. But the latest one is to show it sinking in the water down where it's a wreck, and but there's light in it, and they're going, oh, all these people sitting there. And in particular, then they go, this is a story they want me to write, and it's a channeled message. Oh, here it comes. Channeled message about a North Korean, I'm getting North Korean guy who's in South Korea, who is giving plans about something to someone, but it's to do with UFO technology. And he comes to England, somebody's chasing him, and there's a psychic who he's linked with. I don't know why I have to tell you that, because I haven't even started to properly write it. I've had ideas for it. It's a channeled message. They want you to know that for some reason. So, I don't know. But, basically, he's sitting, oxygen mask. Because they put an oxygen mask on me the other day. Oh my God, yeah. Something to do with an aircraft. Oxygen mask sitting there. It's all imagery as well. As in communication with imagery. But it could have a deeper meaning. Right, they're showing me, because they show me a lot of black and white images, and then they show me full-on dark colour, and a blue sea, and divers, and there's this plane, it's a wreck, they go inside. I'm going to have to write, they want me to write it down. Oh, crafty. And I have to go inside, and there's light though, on the outside, light, and you go in and there's water, but he's sitting there and he's still got the oxygen mask on, he's alive. Now, at times they've shown me a lot of the men in blacks sitting in the seats, plane moving, turbulence. One of them's just got a toy standing here, toy plane, and going like that in front of me. The plane. Oh God, have you not stopped yet? It's got to be easy. So, excuse me. Anyway, so go in there. Sometimes there are other people in the seats, but it's him. So I don't know, but it's all underwater. I've seen plane move underwater. Oh, then I saw a submarine, which refers back to when I did the channeled message about the Titan and what happened to that, because I had the guide standing around here coming in, and he's somewhere at a distance, but he came in, wanted to give a message, was very angry about lots of things. So I did that. You can check that out on my Sorrow and the Shadow Men channel, the full channeling of that. So that was really interesting at the time. But then I see submarines. I'd love to know more about what it is. So that's been going on. I have seen so all the men in black suddenly turn into full-on angels with blonde hair, short blonde hair. All these, you know, I see them in the other dimension with all the rows of them standing. And I had a very strange thing last night, because I've mentioned before, my mother recently passed on the 28th of April, and it's very strange. We were estranged as well. So I wasn't allowed to be involved in anything of that, but we'll leave that for another discussion. So I can see, last night I saw into this other dimension. All of a sudden I can see my deceased dog running between all these men who are standing there, all men dressed in black, and They're just standing there like soldiers. I've got people walking past there, sorry. And my mum was suddenly running. She's in her work clothes, which means something. It means clearing out rubbish. It means painting. It means all the things she used to do. And she would call them her work clothes. I mean, there were nice grey trousers and a blue jumper thing. And that's from way, way back, from when I was a kid. So, or a teenager at least. Sorry about the noise. Somebody going in the other flat. And, oh great. You see I'm getting interruptions. Oh, hang on. Hi, sorry about that. It was a delivery, so I had to go to the door. Okay, I've got rid of the sage. And yeah, so I was talking about seeing it in this other dimension. And I could see my mum running. I seem to always see the row in the middle, the very middle of wherever this is. And it's quite dark. Well, it is dark, misty, but in between there seems to be a widened path, and I've had people in ceremonial gear walk down there, everything. I don't know who these people are, but angelics, I'm being told, very important angelics. And she was running up there, but she was running with my dog and going, sorry, I messed with that before I opened the window for 2 seconds with the lampshade, and it wouldn't stop rocking. Oh my goodness, I'm getting some movement here. But anyway, so she was running up there going, come on, Domino, come on. So I kept saying that. They still keep showing me. I don't know what that means. But I've seen a lot of people in, as I say, ceremonial dress. We're talking like full-on shoulders. And I saw somebody this morning, and I thought, I'm not sure that's a woman. It reminded me of somebody off pop video, but it wasn't from the 80s, wasn't, and they told me it was Shiva. So I knew there was going to be something with Lord Shiva. So, which brings me neatly on to, I was asked to get this card out for one of the decks, Lord Shiva, which is transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. A bit of a connection with the moon there. So, oh look, there's a snake as well. I don't know why I'm having to give these cards, but this is what they want me to do. So this could be Kundalini. This is massive change. I've been going through a massive change. Chances are I'm talking to a lot of you who are going through a massive change. And, you know, the whole world is. So I was talking to my son before. I can't understand this nurse who's killed all the babies. I keep thinking about her. I'm really hoping not to get a connection with that. I don't want to know anything. Susan Letby, UK's most prolific child killer, basically. And she was convicted yesterday, found guilty. I don't understand. I'm naive, I know, but we just don't understand what, you know, was there any mental problem? There doesn't seem to have been. We just can't comprehend on that level. There's a lot of change going on. There's a lot of death going on. There's a lot of people leaving the planet because I've been told they don't like the changes that are happening. They like the old ways, so they didn't want to stay. Lots of reasons. So anyway, I think this is a portent for more change coming. I'm going to tell you about the Montparnasse Tower in a minute. Right, we've got Lord Shiva. I've been asked to read this out to you. Shiva is one of India's trinity of male god figures. Now, I saw him as female, and he does have male and female aspects. A bit like Kali. I've got cards for Kali. Kali, or however you say it. Shiva is one of India's trinity of male god figures. He's depicted wearing a cobra around his neck, representing his capacity to tame fear or the ego, surrounded by stars, showing his connection to the cosmos, and holding a trident, acknowledging 3 aspects of divine masculine power in India. Oh, acknowledging the three aspects of divine masculine power in India: creator, preserver, and destroyer. He is known as a destroyer because of his warrior-like energy and ability to just destroy fear. There's a lot of talk about people being fearful about what's going on in their own lives, intimately, physically. A lot of changes physically. I'm being told right now. A lot of internal changes that people don't understand. The body's evolving. We're getting more gifts, which I'm sure you'll understand if you're watching this. He is a facet of the Divine Father energy and offers paternal protection, support, and guidance. He is also acknowledged as the cosmic dancer because he helps coordinate the interaction between Earth and the cosmos. He has the capacity to help us move beyond the fear of failure and into clarity and connection. So I've got an extended message for this to what it can mean. Lord Shiva is with you right now to awaken your sense of connection to life itself. You are moving through a deep transition and things will be clearer from this point. You will know exactly what you need to do and where you need to be. This is a powerful time as you will transcend the limitations that others have set for you. I think that that's what we're doing as a world, as well. It is time of innovation, ideas, stargazing, soul traveling, and soul revealing. Shiva, the Lord of Dance, is here with his sacred sound of Om to lead the way. As Kyle Gray wants, but as I say, there could be a Kundalini aspect here as well, I'm getting, and all seeing. They've asked me to send for some cards, very interesting cards about elemental. I've just seen a full-on person, like, as I would see you over there in the for the back there, and yes, so you see, they knocked me off track. I can't remember what I was saying now, but yeah, there's the elemental cards that I've sent for are all about connecting to all the ancient wisdoms about an elemental, and to do with science as well. Now I've got a lot of trigonometry, geometry, all that kind of symbols, so I'm hoping they're going to help with that. They asked me to send for them, and it's by Stacey DeMarco, and some moon. They've had me reading up about the moon and astrology and stars, so that's going to be interesting. We'll find out some more big changes going on, and this big link to the 144,000. I don't know if you saw the purple light here. So yeah, some very weird things. What else have I seen? That plane was very, very strange. I'll just check my book. My lovely clutch bag. Oh, I opened it the wrong way. Typical. Right, okay, yeah. Yesterday it was really weird because I came in from the town. I could see faces in here. There was a lot of movement around, and I actually thought I saw my mum and my brother in the glass cabinet here. He loves the Men in Black thing. Some sunglasses. Now the interesting thing, they talk about them being angelics and they want to go out and help people, and they've asked me to send them out, and but they basically, when they go out, the MIBs, they take if you want to know more about the Men in Black, angels are around me in the black suits and the sunglasses, and they're from the 10th dimension. Yeah, shadow people, some people call them. They're not the angelics, these ones, and there are dark shadow people out there, but not this lot. They come to me in that guise as protection, to show that they are protection, royal protection, close protection. So they with the Canadian wildfires, they asked me if I could send them out, and my main guy told me how many, and it was about 25, and they went off and they carried my energy. And I was trying to give a message the other day, and they basically told me I had to watch what I was doing because a lot of my energy was already out. So it's a really odd thing. Then they bow and they leave. But I had this fantastic thing this morning about seeing myself with a sword. Storms, there's always a storm around my meditations. Off I went. I was on the back of a white horse. Got a person with long dark hair. Now I normally see my guide like that, but this was a woman in armour, like Joan of Arc. And it's almost like I'm charging into battle with this. You know, it's a reference to the Ace of Swords in the Tarot, which brings in sweeping change. And bringing on these fantastic places. You know, lots of strange things. And then I'm trying to tell you as much as I can, as much as I can remember. I was lying in bed the other morning, and I swear to God, there was this really weird brown and white creature. That's all I can say to you. This odd thing that was like, oh, my battery's going, sorry. I just had to hit the screen. Flat, pancake-like, but very sort of like that, over the top of me. And I was trying to pretend it wasn't there. And it was, because I could see it in my mind. I couldn't see it outside, see it in my mind. And it was white underneath and brown on the top. It was some kind of creature over me, organic thing. I don't know what the hell that was. Don't know. But I have seen a lot of aliens and things like that. So I did have a dream, and about underwater and being underwater and all these fantastic sea creatures. And they were, one was like a giant shell with bits, they looked like cloth coming off the sides of it, but it was like a huge clamshell thing like that, and these white bits coming off. It was huge, and it was in the water. I don't know where they made alien creatures. I don't know, but they're clearly around me. And yeah, very odd. A lot of horses. They showed me one of them will open the head, and there's a miniature version of a horse with somebody on it, and it'll walk up. I know, but I can see it. I can physically see it. The horse is my spirit animal. So, and apparently I own them in the, wherever, the 10th dimension. I've been seeing a lot of people around, alien beings, the works, all different races. And it's very odd. It's very, at times, a lot of military people, a lot of people with parachutes on, them parachuting out of planes and stuff. One of them has just done it there. RAF, a lot of war stuff. They're old type parachutes, getting yellow, and they were in the sea. I've seen all the men in black sitting in boats in the sea, waiting for some, you know, like what do you call those things? Inflatables, you know, but ribs, whatever, that kind of thing, all sitting waiting on the big black coats, everything waiting, and coming out of a lot of spacecraft. They keep showing me Doctor Who, so it's all to do with time, things moving through portals, then tunnels with people in. But there are other times that basically come through time. So there's a connection with time. I've talked about that a lot on my Sarah and the Shadow Men channel, if you want to. I think I've linked them all together in playlists and everything, so you can check them out in the world messages. But now the other thing, now I've always seen this big glass tower coming out of the water. They keep telling me, mentioned the Black Sea again. I was watching a video before this. It was an ASMR thing actually, but you mentioned about the Black Sea, and they keep talking about the Black Sea being important, but I keep saying angelics, everything, long hair. Oh, I don't know. I see so many things. I don't fully understand what's going on. Hopefully I will one day. Is there anything going on over there? Why are you trying to stop me talking about the tower? So this tower, I've always seen this black tower in the coming out of the water, and usually we're hanging around there waiting for it, and I've touched it before, waiting for it to fall. And I've thought that's like the, you know, it's like the tower card in the tarot when everything falls and changes. Again, we're talking about big changes coming in. And there's going to be a lot of news about changes that we don't like that are happening. I keep seeing a bridge collapsing as well into the water, big bridge. I couldn't tell you exactly which bridge it is. It looks like several bridges around the world. I'm thinking it's a bridge between dimensions. Bridge between dimensions in your personal life as well. All of our lives, as well as a world. But this tower, and it's tall and black, but I've seen it other places as well. I've even dreamt about it, this big black tower. And I dreamt about it, and there was a big storm coming in over it at one point, and I was trying to get away. It was weird. I was with my ex-husband as well. Odd. So, massive storm overhead. A bit like the Ghostbusters thing. But anyway, that was the dream. But I've been shown it in visions. And when we went to Birmingham, not so long ago, there was a building then. The building terrified me. I don't know why it was black. It reminded me of this tower that I'd been shown. And it terrified me. And then I suddenly realised what it really reminded me of. And that's Montparnasse Tower in Paris. I went there years ago with my ex-husband, went right at the top, and I hate lifts. I remember nipping them because I was so angry I got pushed into this lift. It does, what was it back then? It did 53 floors or 52 floors or 54 floors, something like that. I can't remember how many floors it has. It's in La Défense, I think. And like in 30 seconds or something. Or 32 seconds, something weird like that. And it just went, whoa. And you're talking to the woman who stood at the bottom of the Empire State Building while all the bus trip went to the top. She wasn't getting in the lifts, and the tour guide, the US tour guide told me that I was very sensible, that the lifts were very old and could collapse at any minute. So I don't like towers. And obviously with 9/11, yeah. But this tower, and I saw it it just came up on something on YouTube the other day, and I made my son watch it. I said, that's a tower. That's what it looks like. So I don't know what the message is about that. I'm not saying there's anything going to happen to the Montparnasse Tower. It's a resemblance of something that is massive in the world and in our personal lives as well, I think, because whatever changes outside, it's happening on an insular level as well. Right, I think we'll leave it there because there's a lot going on. I don't know if you can see. I think the face has appeared again. You gonna make any loud noises? Typical. Won't perform, you see. It really annoys me because they will, if I leave any recycling out, stop messing with that. There's taps at night, there's bangs, things, plates have moved, all sorts of things have moved. I had to get up last night and check. They're not bottles over, they're for recycling. It was too late to put out, and then knocked them over. Water bottles. So, but they won't do anything now, typical. So I shall leave it there. I hope that's been interesting for you. Let me know if you want, and if you want to join the circle, get involved in the coaching. The introductory offer on the angel coaching ends Sunday at midnight, my time, UK time. So get to me before then. Just send me an email, and we can get you booked in on that introductory offer. Everything on the website. So, and if you, as I say, personal readings, psychic development, coaching, healing, and want to learn English as foreign language, or you're interested in my books, my best-selling book that's doing well on Inkitt, that's free at the moment, check it out. The link will be in the description. Take care of yourselves, and I shall probably see you tomorrow or the day after, maybe Monday. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye.